Yeah. Oh wait, should I tell you guys the story? I'll read the rest of the super chats. Okay, so here's the story. It is actually in the stupidest way possible, so it's a little embarrassing. So POB, you are me. It is 11 a.m. You're trying to make breakfast because you're hungry because you have stream at 12. You're gonna play rhythm game at 12. Anyways, I pick up my iPad, but my iPad case has like this removable pen case thing. So I accidentally am grabbing it mainly by the pen holder. And as you can expect, my iPad starts falling to the ground. And it's gonna hit my foot. So I try to dodge it with my foot. I try to dodge my foot back. And then the corner of my iPad lands directly on the joint right in front of my toenail. But my case is kind of heavy because it's all magnetic. It's one of those like folio ones. So the corner of my iPad and its heavy case that I used to draw nailed the middle toe on my right foot. And then I started crying because it hurt really bad. But I've dropped stuff on my foot before, so I was like, maybe it's okay. It's bleeding. But then I look at, okay, this is kind of gross. Sorry, this might be a little graphic. Anyways, it starts changing color pretty fast. It starts changing color pretty fast, and I was like, oh. And then, so I'm like in pain, kind of crying a little bit from pain, and I'm sitting on the floor because I live alone. And then I'm Googling, when should I go to the doctor for objects just landing on my foot? And one of the things that I read was basically like, if like half of your nail color is a different color, and I go, oh, because it's all a different color. It's not just part of my nail, it's all a different color. I don't think I should go to a doctor. Anyway, so I'm laying on the floor because I don't know what to do and I'm in pain. I'm like, wow, this hurts a lot more than usual. I don't know if this is good. Oh, like I've stubbed my toe before and like twisted my ankle before, right? But usually it stops hurting, you know? So you usually like be fine. But it didn't stop hurting. It was like, I was like, And then one of my friends, I was messaging her and she was like, hopefully you just bruised it. And it's not actually broken. Is it bone breaking pain? And I go, I don't know. I've never broken a bone before. I don't know how much bone breaking pain is, but it does hurt. So I figured out that probably was bone breaking pain because it hurt very bad. The more you know, the more you know. I'm laying down on the floor and I call the closest, like, I'm like Googling doctors and I call the closest doctor. Except there's background to this, but I call the closest doctor and I'm like, for like orthopedics. And I'm like, do you take walk-ins? And she's like, yeah, I think we take walk-ins for the next like hour. And I'm like, okay. I'm laying on the floor. I like put on a hoodie and I put on Crocs and I hobble downstairs and I call a taxi because I'm not walking. It was only a 3-minute walk, but after I hobble downstairs, I'm like, So I hobbled downstairs. I have an elevator, so it's okay. So I hobbled to the elevator and I hobbled downstairs. Anyways, I wait there and they immediately x-ray me. Except except I getting really bad deja vu. Oh yeah, so I pull up to the place and I go, oh no, because I didn't really pay attention to what place I was calling because I was in pain. I was in severe pain. I've been to this place before and I did not like their service because I thought they were bad. So to pretense, I mean I have pajamas on. I just put a hoodie over my pajamas. But to pretense, I have been to this doctor before for twisting my ankle, and he gave me some ibuprofen and told me I could walk the next day when I twisted my ankle. And I was like, okay, that's not right. I've twisted my ankle a lot. So I ignored that guy's advice and I bought an ankle brace because I know how to treat a twisted ankle because I've twisted my ankle before. I like properly bought a brace, I remember, after that, but that was like a year or two ago, so I forgot which doctor. So anyways, the first thing I knew was bad was when they couldn't take my x-ray for some reason. Like, the guy taking my x-ray, he like could not isolate my single toe without putting me through like extreme pain. And I was not feeling it. Also, the receptionists were a little rude when I was there. They were nice on the phone. They were a little rude. But anyways, I walk into the doctor and he goes, what country are you from? And I'm like, America? And he goes, oh, okay. Why is that the first question you're asking me? Why do you care about America or not? Why do you care? I'm speaking Japanese the whole time. Anyways, so he's like, but I think he wanted to show off his vocab. So he goes, oh yeah, you have a fracture. And I was like, oh, setsu desu ne. And he goes, oh. And it keeps like randomly breaking into English. And I'm like, Okay, his English wasn't bad. But like basically all he did was he looked at it, saw I was bleeding, so he cleaned my wound. Thanks to that guy for cleaning my wound. And then he just buddy taped, so he just taped 3 of my toes together after putting a band-aid on it. And then I was like, when can I walk? And he was like, once you take the painkillers, you can walk. And I was like, okay. I was like, do I need a rest? And he's like, no. But he said that last time when I twisted my ankle. I don't think he knows what he's doing. You can't just not do anything. He was like, yeah, you can go to work tomorrow. And I was like, I don't think I can. So I was like, okay, I'll just rest today. So anyways, I get home and I tell my friends, and one of my friends says she's gonna come over and bring me food and some medicine. And she did. And then I'm like laying in bed and I'm taking a nap, right? And then after the painkillers have long kicked in since now, right? I still can't walk. It still hurts to walk. Like I'm walking like on my heel, right? Which is not great. Like I don't think you should walk on your heel all the time. But I am. But yeah, basically, I don't think I should start walking already. He doesn't give me any recommendations, and I'm like, he doesn't give me a crutch. He just tapes it and puts a band-aid on it. And I'm like, I don't think that's it. So anyways, I go home, I sleep, and then I'm like, okay, it still hurts. And then I'm like texting my friends. I was like, have you ever fractured your toes before? And one of my friends has. And she was like, yeah, I got a crutch and a cast. And I was like, and she was like, I'm pretty sure my break was less bad than yours. I showed her the picture of mine. And I was like, so nanda. Anyways, yesterday happened. I just kind of stayed in bed. I wandered around a bit. Also, there's a point I was laying in bed and my friend was sitting next to me talking to me. I was like, whoa, I'm like a hospital patient dying. But besides that, she like looks at my foot. She's like, wait, it's changing color. And I was like, what do you mean it's changing color? The bruise like part is like draining down. I was like, no. So now my foot's changing color a little bit around the base of the toe. Yeah, so I was like, okay, that's not good. That's not good. I spend like the next 3 hours in bed searching for a clinic, and I find the best rated clinic in my area, but they have like a long waiting time, so that's where I was at this morning. So I was waiting there for like 2 hours-ish, which is fine. I mean, I think that's fine to wait for a good doctor, because there's a walk-in. Anyways, I'm waiting, and I realize I can't really sit well. So if my foot's not elevated, it hurts quite a bit. So I try to only sit with my foot elevated, so I can stream quite well. I just am streaming with my foot up, so if I move weird, that's why. So anyways, I'm at a good doctor, and then I go into the good doctor, and then we get called in, and then I get called in. I'm by myself. We implies you and me are there. And then he's like, do you want to, and I explained, I was like, okay, I went to a different doctor yesterday. He told me it's broken, but he gave me no advice, and I don't know when I'm supposed to, like, get this fixed. Or how long to wait and stuff. And he's like, okay, do you want to do the x-ray? And I was like, yeah, why not? I probably didn't have to. I probably could have bought the pictures. But this is how I knew it was bad. The guy taking my x-ray this time, it took him, like, 1 minute to take the x-ray and position my foot properly. The other guy, it took him like 10 minutes to position my foot. It took him so long to position my foot before, and I don't know, like why he was so bad for the x-ray. Yeah, so anyways, this guy immediately takes a very clear and nice x-ray. He just does 2 shots of it, and he's like, yep, nice. And then he wheels me over. Or not wheeled, I'm walking. They're like, you can walk slowly. I'm like, okay. But I can tell they're good because they're like, he tells me like, you know, okay, you can put your shoe on. You're allowed to walk with your shoe on. I was like, okay. Like he's telling me what I'm allowed to do. Anyways, then I go to the doctor and he's like, wow, it's a really straight fracture, this guy. So he starts explaining it. So basically, I fractured the bone that's like right in front of the base of my nail. So that's why my nail's a little messed up. And then he like basically explains that I should rest for 1 week which is crazy because the other guy said I could go back to work. The guy said I could go back to work the next day. I just absolutely deranged, by the way. That guy said I could do that. Super deranged. He said, yeah, you're good today. Like, you can walk today. I was like, I don't think I can walk today. It hurts too much to walk today. What do you mean I can walk today? And then, basically, he said, 1 week, come back in a week. I should be able to walk after a week. It'll take about 3 to 4 weeks to fully heal. Boo! So, I guess I'm not going anywhere for the rest of this week. I have to, like, change all my work schedule and stuff. That's kind of pain. And then, he also did something to cover your ears if this is scary. He told me he can do something to help drain the blood that's stuck underneath my nail to help it stop bleeding. And I don't know what he did because I was too squeamish. But it made the pain stop. So, awesome. I don't know what he did, but it feels a lot better. So, yay! He said it doesn't hurt. Yeah, he used a little syringe, yeah. Oh, was it lancing it? Yeah, it didn't hurt at all. So I was, very happy about that. He was like, you want me to do it? It'll ruin your nail. And I'm like, my nail's already ruined. It's okay. No more sandals for the rest of this year, I guess. That's okay. And then he also gave me a little piece of metal. And he showed me how to wrap it with the metal. And he said I don't need to wear the metal if it hurt, because it should hurt to walk with the metal. But when I'm home, it's better to have the metal on so it doesn't bend my toe. Yeah, the little split. Yeah, and he told me to come back in a week. He asked me if I want to wear pain meds, but I still have any, and I don't think I actually need them that much anymore. And then I walked home. Or I didn't walk home. I walked downstairs, and I walked to buy food because I was hungry. So I was like, whatever, I can walk 5 minutes to get food. And then I called a taxi home. Luckily, the taxis home are like $5 to $10 because I'm not going to doctors that far away. And I was home. And we are here. And that's the last 2 days for me. So I'm doing quite well. In the wise words of my friend yesterday, she goes, you're actually fine. I was worried you'd be like upset, but you're fine. Because I was just complaining. Because she came to my apartment. So I was like, oh, do you want water? And I kept trying to get up, and then she would just stare at me. And then I'd walk back over to my bed and lay back down. I mean, it like kind of sucks, but like, it's okay. And here's some funny things. Here's some funny. So the average message of my friend who I told I broke my toe was, are you okay? Would you like to know what Rumi said? Rumi said, Barry Rumi goes, LMFAO. And then sends me a TikTok of people dropping stuff on their feet. Like dropping ram on their feet and stuff. Oh, here's some other banger reactions. Is Irie kept calling me an iPad child. Irie goes, all this for being an iPad kid? Was it worth it? Dizzy also too was shocked by the fact it was an iPad. Watching Cocomelon. They're not wrong. You read what you saw, iPad child. I draw on that. So yes, I did in fact break my toe with an iPad. And we are here now with I have a broken toe because an iPad landed on it. So the iPad, okay, yeah, my iPad's fine.